Hey, everybody. Look who's back. We both on a panel today, and now we're back again, getting to do one together here for a good cause. And look at Marcus. The man can write comments like no one else, and he can riff on a song like no one else. Listen to this. I'm not going to sing it. You should sing it.
Rescue me, oh take me, hurt, rescue me. Can I be honest with you? I don't know the song. So I'm not for sure. I that might be out of my like age wheelhouse. I'm not sure.
I mean, I can't, I'm not great on music history, but it's one of those like Smokey Robinson, rescue me, take me in your arms,
Okay.
rescue me. I want your, you get it. Somebody else will tell us what it is, but
Matt did the Kessler run in 11.5 parsecs from ML. Jeez.
Oh boy. All right. So there you go. The Queen of Soul, Aretha. There we go. See, I can't remember, but there we have it. So Matt, explain why we are here today.
Hey, yeah. So I'm a big dog lover. For those of you guys that don't know, I had 3 dogs. Most recently, my first dog that I ever owned by myself, he was a retired racing greyhound. I rescued him. He raced for 2.5 years, and then I rescued him from the National Greyhound Adoption Association. Look at Paul, even with the picture of his, on his YouTube avatar. So yeah, I rescued Darby. His racing name was Rocket J Run. And I then had him for 10.5 years, and he recently passed away. Just this time, tough thing, but I started obviously looking right away. I still have 2 dogs. I have an Irish Wolfhound named Jarvis and then a Doberman named Bones. And started looking right away because my wife and I were like, we need to have that other heartbeat around. We got at him, and I'm always looking at rescues first. So I started doing some research for some local rescues, and I talked to a couple of my friends who had rescued some dogs, and they had done it through Buddy's Second Chance Rescue. So I went on, I started doing some research through them, and they actually, within the last 5 days, have gotten in 30 dogs from a kill shelter from another state, and they need some money to help get them into fosters, get them some medical checks, do some things. And, one of the best experiences I ever had in my life was owning a rescue dog. So if we can help some of these dogs, sometimes it's about making some money and doing some sales, and other times it's about helping them. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to give away or donate 20% of max sales up to $10,000. So if we hit 10 grand, I'll donate $2,000, but anything of the running total that we do today, I'm going to donate 20% to Buddy's Second Chance Rescue. Then I'm going to, stop at like a pet store, grab some food for him, some toys, some blankets, and just do a nice donation to try to help him out. And by doing that, I'm also going to be slashing some prices on some art because I really want to move some things to raise some funds. So you won't see these prices again, and these aren't going to go up on my Comic Art Live channel on Sunday at the same prices. So it's just for this show. If you want to make an offer, you can, but the prices are already pretty slashed. So we got some great stuff. We got some really good pages, published covers, all for phenomenal deals to try to help the dogs out.
Great. Yeah, no, I've never been a dog guy, but I know, I've lost a few cats in my day, and it's never easy, right?
In general, yeah.
Yeah, I had every cat I've had over 15 years, and I'm the one who had to, be with them at their last moments, and it's never easy. And
No.
we've never done well. We did do a shelter cat once, but I mean, I get it. It's necessary, especially in this day and age, where I think a lot of people are not as open to bringing pets into the family like they used to be when we were younger.
Yeah, I mean, for me, whether it's dog, cat, snake, chicken, mule, whatever, if I have an animal around it and I'm around it enough, I mean, I joked around with my family. I'm like, I spent more time with Darby over the last 10 years than I did with you guys. So, you're with him every day,
Yep.
But it was just this time, and, he's resting easy now, and now it's time to bring another member in the family so they can learn to be good boys from the dogs that I have now. So yeah, and I wore my sweatshirt, Paul. This was a gift to me from one of my close friends, my buddy Angelo. And I say it all the time: anti-human, pro-dog. Not all humans, but most of them, and then pro almost all the dogs.
Pets are family, Josh. So So yeah, well, why don't we, kind of dive into what you got here? I looked through the spreadsheet earlier as well, and I know you've definitely cut the prices down on these pieces a lot. We have a couple lots that have two pieces in them, so
Yeah, I tried to. So a lot of stuff, not going to be like too many carotid debuts here, but a lot of the stuff that I'm offering is at like bottom dollar pricing, and I hope we can move some stuff to try to help the dogs.
all right, very good. And if wasn't there a link we wanted to share? I'm
Oh
trying to.
yeah, put it in the private chat. I'm sorry, I can.
All right. Yep. I can put that into the.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll just narrate it well. So if anybody that you don't want to buy a piece of art isn't your thing, but you'd like to make a donation, I just Bill's going to be putting in the chat the donation link for Buddy Second Chance Rescue. And the really cool part is that this is a local rescue to me. It's right in Buffalo. 2 or 3 of my friends have gotten 2 or 3 of their dogs from there. So what they do is really special, something, super local. And I'm looking forward to like going directly to the place in Amherst, which is like 30 minutes away from me, and doing the donation in person and probably looking at a dog or two. So, it's going to be, it should be a good experience all around.
Dogs are like art, right? You can never have just one piece.
I hear you.
Oh man. All right. Well, here, let's. I know we got the slides set up where everybody can look at you because you're going to be showing some of the pieces while we're showing the slides.
Yeah.
And anybody has any questions, want to look at anything closer, we can probably go full screen with Matt, and he can talk about any of the pieces and any detail that you want. All right. So going. Here we go.
Yeah, so I just wanted to start off. This is something fun. You don't see a lot of Cory Walker Invincibles. I think this is just a fun, Invincible by the creator. I mean, Otley obviously is the main guy that pops probably into mind when you think of Invincible, but the creator here is Cory Walker. So 9x12 Invincible sketch for $300.
And you had that one at $400, I think, before.
Yep. So I took $100 off this one. I love it because you can still see in the scan too. You can still see some of the pencils. But I just think it's a really cool convention style drawing, and you don't get to see too many Cory Walker Invincibles. And I have to be honest, I just started watching Invincible myself from the beginning, and I'm really enjoying the show. So it's been great. I know I'm a little behind on that one, but I'm a little behind, I guess. There you go.
Hey, it is what it is. I watched the first season, but
the first season was great. I'm on second now, and it still seems to be going good. I'm enjoying it.
And Stingray enjoys it too. All right, what do we got next here? We have something from Mr. Lashley.
Oh yeah, this piece is really cool, guys. 11x14, literal edge to edge on gray tonal paper from the Lead Killer. This is full Venom here. I mean, the work inside the logo with all the white pen, just really crazy. It's a beautiful piece. I think Ken does Venom very, very cool. I like when he makes them big and bulking and brooding. I love like the symbiote flying off of them. So 11x14, $400 from Ken Lashley. Just really cool. I can't even tell you how the scan doesn't do it justice to the level of detail inside the logo and around the piece of art as well.
Yeah, Ken does great work, especially for the fans. He always says when he has
he always
cranking these pieces out.
Yeah, he always delivers.
All righty, so that one was $400. We got let's see here, Mr. John Moore.
John Moore, 11x17, Spider-Man versus Venom. I love this piece because of the use of Zipatone. I think it's just really great. I love Zip. I also love horizontal oriented pieces. I love to see a good battle scene between Spidey and Venom. So 11x17, $400. I think John charges around $500 or $600 for these now. So I knocked $100 off of it, and it's a really great piece of art. And John's been one of my up and coming favorite artists. He's rep by Jiggy at Next Comic Art. And I really love John's stuff.
Yeah, John will be on the show later tonight.
Oh yeah, he's on the late night episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, and I got a zoomed in.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There, that's much better.
That was great.
All right, so that was lot 3. Then lot 4 is a twofer, I think, right? Yeah.
Yes, it is. And shout out to Mike McCone. I was on the interview panel with him earlier today. Love Mike. This is a two-piece. So these are both from the 99 art drops that Mike's done in the past. This is a fully painted in watercolor 9x12 Gambit. And this is a black and white 9x12 Jubilee. So $500 for both of them. For two X-Men, one in color, one in black and white, both by Mr. Mike McCone. Gambit's really cool. Great detail on like the cowl on the inside. I really love the deep purple fadeaway, and then the Jubilee, the like honeycomb effect is really crazy for the background, and I think she's just beautiful. I love her eyes, the eyelashes, just really, really beautiful. Two-piece here. Gambit and Jubilee.
Gabriel Dodd.
Do I have any Batman?
You had Batman by him.
Ooh, hold on one second. I just heard something. Let's see.
You never know, right?
Hey, Jarvis, come here. Here's one of my guys. This is my big guy. This is Jarvis. We're doing it for the dogs, people. This is my Irish Wolfhound. He was just whining.
Missing you.
Yes. All right, get going. Get out of here. Go on.
Oh, man.
So
all right.
On your calf live booth tomorrow. Sell off one you don't want. Okay, sounds good. It's a horse. Yes, he's the tallest dog breed there is. A very large boy.
Yeah, he definitely is. Now, next piece. What do we got? It's in color, lot 5. Simone.
Yeah, where is
card
that?
art
around here somewhere? There it is. So this is really cool. So guys, Simone's rate for a sketch card these days is 900 without the stock, or I'm sorry, 1,000 with the stock, 900 without it. This is an aftermarket sketch. So Simone was technically not on the list for this, but it is a torso Captain America with shield, and it is on official Marvel upper deck stock, and it's from Captain America, the First Avenger. So I like that Simo went with the classic suit here, did a little bit of a background, and it is on the official First Avenger stock with Simone's signature on the back. So if you're looking for a Bianchi sketch card at a steal of a price on matching cardstock with character, this is your chance, because you won't see a Bianchi sketch card for cheaper than that.
Hey.
The link for the rescue. Oh, Timothy, thank you, man. The link, Bill, did you
I can put it back in there. Yep.
You can
into the chat. And speaking of rescue, we did forget to let everybody know that we are doing a giveaway.
We are. That's true.
Yes,
speaking of Captain America, I figured anybody that's in the chat today, I wanted to do a giveaway. This is it is, Avengers 4, but it's the hollow foil version from Mexico, from La Mole, and it's a 9.8 signed by Chris Evans. So really cool. Oh, there you go. You can see it better that way. Really cool. 9.8. It's got the New York Comic Con 2023, official yellow slab label. But yeah, Avengers 4 with Cap right up front, signed by Chris Evans.
Yep. All you got to do is put hashtag rescue into the chat, hit enter, and you will be entered into the giveaway.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. Do you know what he smells like?
I don't know what he smells like, Stingray. I wish. I'm not sure. I have no idea.
Well, I don't want to know how he knows if he does. So let's. All right. Hey, there we go. So you already jumped up to 14 people.
There we go.
Yeah. Please, everybody, go ahead and do that. We got 95 people watching right now. So
I see Rich, we got Augie Comics guy, Sheldon, Daniel. Yeah. Hashtag rescue, guys.
All right. So we just looked at the Simone for lot 5. What do we got for lot 6?
Bob Layton. Iron Man Friends and Foes 11x17 full figure Iron Man, and you've got Rhodey, Obadiah Stane, Pepper, Doom, and Tony. We got an offer. Where did we get an offer? Sorry, it might
have went by. See, the moment we do the hashtag and we get oh, there you go. Well, there was one. I apologize. I didn't see it either.
Offer for Alberto is that for the Bianchi sketch card?
Gotta be.
Yeah, I mean, Alberto, we've done a ton of business in the past. I appreciate it, and it's for a good cause. So sure, I'll accept the 500.
Thank you, Alberto.
Thank you.
That cap will look really good next to that Falcon cover you just bought.
That thing was beautiful, or is beautiful.
All right, So thank you, Alberto. Hide that comment there. So we have $600 on the Bob Layton Ironman and friends and foes. Friends and foes.
Yeah, I mean, you got a couple good guys in there, you got a couple bad guys in there, but it's full Bob Layton. And if it would help anybody, I go down to $500 even for this one for a full 11 by 17 by Bob. I know he's not. I know it's cheaper. That's cheaper than his commission rate.
It definitely is. Yeah, we've taken them for him at OEX. I can
Yes.
attest to that.
And it's, you know, my thing is Bob's a classic Ironman artist. I love, you know, what he did for Ironman was really great.
Look at that, Alberto. It's going to go good with, you know, he got the Di Meo upgrade. So yeah.
Did he really get it, or is he just hoping?
No, he did. He got it.
Oh
Yeah, I haven't had a chance. You know, we did that last night, the giveaway for the upgrade. I keep saying giveaway. It was the upgrade. Alberto got one of them, and Brian.
I got a message, Brian, from the other one yet. Wow.
Brian Stanley got the other one. Yep. So Alberto, though, he and I didn't talk about it afterwards. The only question I got for Alberto is whether or not he wants to keep the original, you know, because it was assigned already, his original purchase. But we'll text after the show, Alberto.
Yeah.
Anyway, congrats.
Captain True, thank you for the donation, man. Love you too, brother. Appreciate that.
Awesome. Thank you, Captain. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at lot number 7.
Yeah, this one's really great, guys. This is pencil and ink 11 by 17 Wolverine vs. Sentinel by EM Gist. I absolutely love Eric's work. You know, obviously he's known for his painting, but his pencil and ink stuff he learned directly from Finch. You can see a lot of the influence here. I have this on my website for like, I want to say 1,000, and I took 30% off. So it's down to $700. To be honest, that's exactly what I paid for it. Really beautiful piece of art, super strong. I love the composition, and who doesn't love Wolverine, you know, ripping apart a Sentinel?
It's classic.
Yeah. And the claws are straight. I just looked. Yes, they are. They're very straight.
Where's Jason when we need him?
Right? Yeah, he would have been the first one to judge for that for sure.
All right, so that was lot 7. Then what do we got for lot number 8? I know this one's in color.
Yeah, so we had a Wolverine black and white. So then I'll also offer a Wolverine in color. This is a Wolverine by Miko. And I love Miko's work. It's a Frank Miller homage. Claws are not straight on this one, so not for Jason. But, you know, let me take it out of the bag because the colors really pop on it. Jason hates dogs. Yeah, he loves dogs. I know that. But the colors really pop on this one. Really, really beautiful. Absolutely love it. I think it's a great piece of art for $700. It's been way too much.
Jason only likes dogs that look
like him. Yeah, that look like him. Yeah, I don't know.
So
his dog's losing, you know, weight with him. I'm not sure. They must look a little skinnier now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, there's I saw a piece of art earlier today and I thought of Jason immediately. So I've got my like on it. If it's still there on Sunday, I may buy it for him.
There you go. Hey, it's always good to have like a couple of things when it's Comic Art Live. A couple things bookmarked. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, I've got about a dozen. Maureen's been doing. She's today's her browsing day. She's always like, if things are left on Sunday, then it was meant to be. So
right, I do the same. I kind of go through. I look. I kind of earmark some things or mentally remember, and then I watch them, and then I go back on Sunday. And if they're there, then I try to put together an offer.
Exactly. Yeah. I had a guy today bought 2 pieces and then asked if he could get a third at a little discount, but he paid up front for the first 2. So I was like, okay, sure, why not?
Sure.
All right. What do we got? Lot 9 next. John Romita Jr.
John Romita Jr. Spider-Man pencils. I have this on my site, guys, for $1,200. I put it down to $850. Romita Jr. is in Como right now. I know for a fact this is cheaper than his commission rates for a full figure Spider-Man currently. This piece is just awesome. This is all Romita Jr., all pencil. I love like the webbing that's attaching him to like the building, literally like holding on, using the, his spider abilities. And it's just a, classic Spider-Man, all pencils by Romita. And you can get this scanned and have a separate piece inked, or you can be really brave and have it directly inked over the top by your favorite inker. You ever do that, Bill? You ever get anything inked that was penciled?
Only things that I've regretted.
Yeah. Well, that answered my second question. So
Yeah, exactly. No, you know, and not often, not often. You know, the most memorable one was I had gotten an Adam Hughes Phoenix sketch, and this would have been back in, I don't know, 2001 or something. So it was kind of like classic 101 kind of image with her arms out.
yeah.
And I had trying to remember if it might have been Carl Kessel ink it. I can't remember. It was somebody at Gaijin, and it just didn't feel the same
It didn't do
after it
it
was
for
done.
you.
It looked good, but I liked it better when it was in pencil. So yeah, I learned my lesson. I really don't think I ever had a pencil piece inked directly after that one.
Tina, you're exactly right. Somebody needs to get out the Swiffer for this guy, or like that duster thing, clean up those cobwebs behind him. I don't know if he'd still be attached to the building then, though. Who knows?
His arch nemesis would yeah, be a Swiffer. All right, so we got a lot done here. Bagley and Hannah.
Yep. So from one really amazing Spider-Man artist to another one. This is Mark Bagley, inked by Scott Hanna. All Bagley pencils, direct inks over top by Scott Hanna. I had this on my website for $17.50. I know, first off, I know for a fact Bagley doesn't do these anymore at shows. He only does them for mailouts, and he's not doing too many of them. I had a Carnage earlier this year, full figure pencils that I sold for $1,200. So I knocked the price down heavily on this one. $1,000, 11 by 17, beautiful Venom, Mark Bagley, inked by Scott Hanna. And Hannah did well here. I really like the inks on this one.
Yeah, Hannah is isn't he the guy who's listed as having inked the most pages in comic history now?
Most pages in comic history. When your Instagram like handle is literally Inker Scott, then I think you've done it.
Yep. All right, so that was lot 10 at $1,000. Then we have a piece by Clayton Crain.
Yes.
Slab comic.
Slab, Clayton Crain. I don't know where the slab is, so we're just going to look at this one. Oh, I got it right here. Never mind. Here it is. This was one of the Clayton Crain, $500 for 5 minutes type of deal. It was 2 sessions. It is signed and sketched on by Clayton Crain on 10/7 from 2018. It's on a Venom 166 blank cover, and it's a CGC 9/8. So I have this on my website for $1,500. Brought it down to $1,000. That's literally what it costs to get it done. Plus, you're not paying for the grading fee, and it's it's a perfect 9/8. So they're not a perfect, but it's a 9/8. Perfect would be 10, I guess. But yeah, you don't get to see a ton of Clayton's work. When it goes, it's very expensive, and it goes kind of crazy. So I wanted to bring this Venom, discount the price and put it down to $1,000.
It is perfect for a 9.8.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I saw John Beatty said, that he really didn't like inking commissions too much, but I do have to give John a shout out. He inked I've started a little bit of a small Namor collection for my own personal collection. And I had a Romita Jr. classic Namor pencils done. And I had John ink it, and it was just incredible. He absolutely knocked it out of the park. So, John, I know you might not like doing them too often, but the one you did for me, I cherish it, and it's awesome. So thanks, man. You need to offer it for Zek pieces. Okay. John Tyler Christopher, Dark Avengers number 177. Here you're getting Scarlet Witch, you're getting Luke Cage, Symbiote Spider-Man, Doom. Published cover, $1,000. I think I had it up on my site for $1,500. I brought it down to $1,000. So published cover from JTC. Everything else was colored digitally. These are the traditional pencils, and this is the only original to the cover.
Not a bad looking piece.
No, you get a lot of cool heroes here, and I really like the detail up on like where he has like half Victor Von Doom, and then half of the Doom mask with the inking back behind the hood or the cloak, and then the little rivets around the square eyes with the classic Doom mask. It's a beautiful piece, super cool. And where else are you going to find published cover for $1,000?
Not too many places, I think. But here we go, Coypel. We both love Olivier, don't we? I mean, he's amazing. Danny Mickey inking him is chef's kiss.
Yes. So all Coypel pencils here. Beautiful inks by Danny Mickey. Avengers 503, page 8. This is like a classic panel where Wanda is asking Agatha like where her children are. So you get a really emotional bottom panel there. And I love like the omniscient all black inking, you know, through Agatha's hood, or I'm sorry, through Wanda's hood walking in. Really just a cool piece. And I had it on my website for, let's see, what did I have that for? I had it for $17.50, and I brought it down to $1,000 for today's show. So $1,000. I actually won this at auction and paid a little bit more money for that, but was willing to bring it down and try to sell it for a good cause. Johnny's Fives at least make an adventure story. Next piece. I love this piece. This is one of my up and coming favorite artists. This is Fabrizio De Tomaso, Italian painter. 11 by 17, fully painted. I have it in like one of those bags that's more reflective, so I'm going to take it out for you guys. Really beautiful piece of art, super strong. $1,000. That's what Fabrizio would charge you when you see him, and if you fly all the way to Italy or see him the one time he comes to the United States every year. Really cool piece, and just a beautiful, I think it's a beautiful addition to almost anybody's X-Men collection. So, hey, Joe, how you doing, man?
So does Fabrizio go to New York Comic Con every year?
So last year he did New York. Yes, that was his first New York. And when I spoke to him, he said that he would be coming back to New York. But I think this year he might just be doing Dallas and not New York. Or he's going to be doing just New York. So you very rarely get to see Fabrizio in the States, but he's started to do a lot more published work now. He's been a painter in Italy for Disney for many years and is now coming into the comic book market. And I just love his stuff. I think he's just a phenomenal artist.
It is quite beautiful.
Joe, I hear you, man. I hear you.
Yeah, I've gotten, well, it is what it is, right? Hey, it's Esad. Look at that. Now, is it, now, was this something that you've gotten recently now that you're working with Esad? Or
no, so this is from my personal collection. I got this like 2 years ago. I'm just, you know, I wanted to bring some different pieces for some different pricing here. I got this Predator commission from Esad for my personal collection. And then I've kind of just decided that I'm going to go focus more on Namor than on Predator. And I want to keep my, you know, my core character collecting, you know, people to a little bit smaller. So I'm not spreading so thin. And Esad charges $17.50 for something like this, guys. You know, this is a beautiful one. I love that, you know, he's in the jungle here. Really strong piece. Beautiful 12 by 16 on Arches paper, and it's $1,200.
So do you like the way the new Predator looks?
You want to know what? It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I think it's different. Do I like the look of the classic one? And why I started collecting Predator is because I think he's one of the coolest character designs out there. Like somebody just started from scratch and made this crazy dude with all of his abilities and all the things. So that's kind of why I got into it from the design aspect. So I didn't love the change, but I'm definitely willing to give it a shot. And I would highly recommend that if you haven't seen Prey, which is like the prequel, it was like a Hulu special or a Hulu exclusive. Super great movie. Really, really good. So I hope that they kind of continue with that. And maybe the new Predator is the storyline's dope and it's a great movie.
I did see the show on Hulu. It was very good.
JCVD is the Predator.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. All right. Now
here we have a Mike Mayhew Invincible Iron Man number 14 published cover. $1,200, 11 by 17. It's a full single figure Iron Man. you're just not going to find a Mayhew published cover for $1,200 or less. He's not doing as much painted stuff anymore. These are his covers now, and then they're digitally colored for speed. His painted covers go for, $8,000-10,000. I had this on my website, I think, for like $1,750 or $1,850. I wanted to bring it down to $1,200. I'm also a big Iron Man fan. This was one that, if it doesn't sell, I'm actually going to keep, because I really like Mayhew's work, and I don't think there's enough of it out there. So I brought it to the show to, knock off a, price down on it. It brought, $650 off of it, and wanted to offer it to the chat.
Yeah, Mike was one of the first people I did an interview with.
I remember that. I remember you saying that right when you were starting the YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, he might have been like the first panel at the first Comic Art Live, something like that. I mean, he was the first of something, and we only had one live stream before the first panel, and that was kind of a group show. So yeah, I'll have to go back and look that up. But Mike and I have always gotten along. You see him at San Diego, see him at New York Comic Con, and yeah, I always thought he was really talented, and I love his line work like this, and I love his color work too.
Yeah, I agree, and he's a great guy. Mike's super cool. He's fun, and yeah, David, you're right. So Mike will put these up on his Whatnot every once in a while. They're anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000, depending on how many characters or whatever it was. So that's where I got my pricing for $1,750 when I originally, or $1,850 when I put it up on my site. But I wanted to knock a couple things down here and offer it for a little bit lower than you could even get it directly from Mike.
All right, very nice. That's lot 16, and then a lot 17 here.
Now this is a really cool piece. This is Paulo Rivera, inked by his dad Joe. Black Panther number 11. You get the entire Black Panther lineage here. You get 7 full figure characters, beautiful pencil work by Paulo, amazing inks by his dad, $1,250. It's a very strong, I would say, Wakandan themed piece. Yeah, Marcus, Wakanda forever. But yeah, beautiful piece. And I think it's pretty cool that we get the father and son, on this piece. I love when Joe would ink Paulo's pencils.
Yeah, they had a wonderful working relationship, and really they were really, really fun to see together.
And I spoke to, I just extended my condolences to Paulo in person at OAX, and you could just tell he had nothing but respect and admiration for his father. He had a glow in his eye when he was talking about him, and he just said, I was very fortunate to get to work with him as long as I did, and he was such a great artist, and it was a cool experience. So shout out to Paulo and his late father, Joe.
Indeed. So we have, we looked at a piece by this gentleman earlier, and now we have another one.
Yes. Now you have a published cover, X-Men number 18 cover by Mike McCone, $1,250 for a published cover, 11 by 17. This is Cyclops, Sue Storm, and Emma Frost. The chain work here is absolutely crazy. I don't know how Mike didn't fall into the matrix when he was trying to, put these together, because my eyes get a little crazy when I'm trying to do something this detailed, but it's really cool. You get 3 main characters, from the X-Men or the Fantastic Four, and to publish Marvel cover for $1,250. The only good Cyclops is a chained up Cyclops. ML.
I know Marcus can't think of what to say. He's speechless.
Wow, I felt like that might have been a lob for Marcus. I'm not sure.
yeah, that was a softball right there, and he whiffed. He didn't know what to do.
It was almost, he had too many things to say. He didn't know where to go with it. But yeah, really cool cover by Mike, and you can check his CAF gallery. We saw him earlier on the show. He's got some stunning pieces in there, but I'm pretty sure this will be the least expensive published McCone cover during Comic Art Live.
Marcus, I would have been more impressed if the Queen of Soul, had riffed the lyrics on something here for this one. I'm sure. Think about it.
Interesting. I never looked at it that way. Jeff's got his artist cap on, Art Boy Moy, and neat. It kind of looks like a DNA chain too. It does. Interesting. Pretty cool. I never saw it that way.
No, me neither. But yeah, you can't unsee it now.
Yeah, well, now I see it.
All right, so $1,250 on lot 18. And lot 19 here, Nick
I,
Bradshaw.
I would be shocked if nobody buys this one. It's crazy because you get the full preliminary. Bill had the scan up there. You get the full preliminary with 2 full drawings that he submitted to Marvel. They then chose the second one, obviously. And now this is Thor number 32, 11 by 17 cover by Nick Bradshaw with prelim, 11 by 17. The prelim is 9 by 12 and $1,250. I had this on my site for $2,250. I literally knocked $1,000 off of it. So $1,250 for a published cover and the prelim of what is it? What's Thor?
Thor. Yeah. Straight truth right there.
I do love and this is something that I don't know, you maybe you could tell me. I don't know who made that effect famous, but I love when whatever artist does, and they each have their own take on that whip effect, like the whooshing effect with the hammer and how they make it. I mean, Coypel's version's great. Bradshaw's version's great. Bianchi's everybody has their own way of kind of making that like spinning Mjolnir movement. And I think Bradshaw did a great job on this one. I love that the like rubble's coming up, kind of like surrounded him like a force field with the lightning behind him. So super, super dope piece.
No, I agree. I can't say who. I mean, they all did it. Kirby had
somebody. I was going to say, I'm sure it was a culmination, but I love that effect.
Well, it's pretty dope, I have to say. I'm a fan of Mr. Bradshaw's work.
Yeah, and he's a great guy too. I mean, Nick is he's a stand-up guy, super easygoing, very kind.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, this one's out there at $1,250, lot 19. And then we have, what do we got for lot? Oh, that's right. Ben Oliver.
So Ben Oliver, Joker profile painting. I call this the Joker mugshot. It's mixed media. It's pencils, it's inks, it's paints, and it's airbrush. You just don't see a lot of Ben Oliver artwork out there for sale. He's just not doing a ton of it. This is considerably cheaper than if you would get it from Ben. I had it on my site for $2,500 and I knocked $1,000 off of it. To be completely honest with you, not a big Joker collector. I bought it in kind of like a package deal, and I just want to move it for a good cause. But you won't find an 11 by 17 painted Ben Oliver cheaper than $1,500.
That is very true. Let me get the giveaway reminder up there. Since we have 120 people watching right now, if you put hashtag rescue and hit enter into the chat, you will be entered into the giveaway today. Chris Evans signed pristine 9.8 slabbed Avengers book. You just got that last month?
Oh no, I've had this for a while. I've worked in a deal, but yeah, it was from La Mole's convention when in 2023. So
okay. I thought it was when you were just down there. Isn't that the show you were at a few months ago?
Yeah, I was there. It was my first time there in March of this year. Yeah, but they do like their own limited edition like foils each year. They pick like a classic book, do a facsimile, or do their own. And 3 years ago, it was the Avengers 4 that they did because Chris Evans was coming to Mexico, so they did it that way. But
got it. Well, we're up to 51 people entered in the chat. That means 70 people who are watching right now have not.
120 people watching. All you got to do is do hashtag rescue, and you get a chance to win. I think Chris Evans' signature is like $400 now or something. Great, $300 now. I'm not sure, but might as well.
Yeah, if I could, I would.
Nobody's stopping you, Bill.
Yeah, it'd be fun just to see it happen. Then I'd have to turn it down. But well, here we go. The Simone Bianchi, Psylocke.
So this is one of the deals of the show, in my opinion. We're starting to get into more of the published stuff here, moving after this one. This is a Psylocke commission that Simone did. He was trying some new techniques. We're thinking about offering like a deluxe headshot, and this was one of the like tests that he did. A little bit more background on bigger paper, so it's not 11 by 17, it's 13 by 19, and I've got this on my site for $2,500, which is Simone's rate for this commission, what we charge at OAX or when he's out. I brought it down to $1,750. So it's oversized, it's less expensive than if you get the chance to get one, if you could get it from Simone. And I love Psylocke. I think the way he did the powers here is absolutely incredible. It's mixed media, it's pencils, it's colored pencils, and it's painted in all acrylics. Just really a beautiful, beautiful piece of art and a great price.
Yeah, that is that's gorgeous.
Yep, I agree. And this was done late 2024, signed on the back for anybody that, you know, was looking for the classic Simo signature. It's right there.
All right.
So shop, maybe keep an eye out for OAX 2026 deluxe headshot. Could be coming. Who knows?
I'm writing it down right now. Deluxe headshot right now. I'm booking it. Oh, here, and I didn't realize here I have actually a slightly more detailed piece of
and you can really see here the colored pencil where he did the individual strands of the hair. You know, the pencil right around her eyelids, or I'm sorry, her eyelashes. Just really a super strong piece of art. And I think, you know, Simone does a beautiful Psylocke.
He definitely does. All right, so we got
Betsy.
Lot 22 next.
Now, this is pretty cool. So this is a bundle. This is Marvel Masterpiece 2018. This is the set that Simone did for Upper Deck, Marvel's most prestigious card set. Now they don't have the license. Upper Deck doesn't have the license anymore, but this is the Wrecker, the trading card. And I say it's the art rainbow because not only do you get the full painting, but you also get the thumbnail, which you see in the bottom left there with the Wrecker and Madame Mask. And then you also get the full prelim, pencils, ink washes. That is a Upper Deck redemption. So you had to pull a card from a pack, scratch it off, and then they sent you a random preliminary of original art. So this is the full rainbow. You would have the thumbnail pencil for the very first thing you ever drew to bring it to life. Then you would have the preliminary, and then you have the fully painted in all acrylics trading card for $17.50. Guys, there's nowhere else you're going to find that level of a completionist collection and a published trading card from Simone for $17.50. This is it's really a beautiful, beautiful piece of art, and it's a great process piece from start to finish. Very cool, Dirk. Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. And a good Thor villain. I mean, Thor always kicked his rear.
I was going to say he never stood a chance against Thor, but you know, he was there. He was there.
Yeah, he tried.
When it was versus the Hammer, he didn't stand much of a chance.
My only published Kirby artwork is a page with the Wrecker fighting Thor, and he's actually got the upper hand in the page I got of all things. But you know, it's my only Kirby, so I'm happy with it.
I hear you, but you know what? You have a Kirby.
Exactly.
That's what's most important.
20 years collecting. It took that long for me to get my first Kirby. So
it took me 13, or no, 12. Yep, 12 years.
Oh, all right. Now this might be the most unusual twofer ever offered on this channel.
I wanted to go opposite ends of the spectrum here. So the next piece that we have is a Dark Scarlet Witch by Martin Simmons. I'm going to take it out of the bag because the scan is obviously much better. But this piece is just crazy. It reminds me of like Blair Witch mixed with like Chaos Mage. I asked Martin for Dark Scarlet Witch, and he definitely delivered. I love how she's using her powers here. I love this piece. I think it's super cool. 12 by 16, fully painted. And the secondary piece that comes with it is on the opposite end of the spectrum, a Fred Hembeck Scarlet Witch, after speaking of Jack Kirby. So I had this on my site for $27.50. Martin's rate for these is $2,000. That's if you can get on the list, you can pick one up. So I'm giving it right to what I paid for it, plus the Hembeck. Just a really, really super dynamic, crazy. I just think this piece speaks for itself. You put this as wall power art. It's really cool. And then you can go completely opposite end of the spectrum and you get the Scarlet Witch from Fred Hembeck. So a little bit of a Scarlet Witch twofer for $2,000.
Exactly. And it's the classic Scarlet Witch costume here by Fred.
Yep. And I love that he puts after Kirby, the ultimate respect from Fred.
Yeah, Fred's awesome. I know he's mailing his mystery sketch cards on Monday. He told me he was going to send me a photograph of what he worked on. I haven't gotten it yet, but he was happy to do it. I think he'll be doing them again in November.
That's great. And I mean, I have to say, whenever Fred's on the show, I always make sure or on the channel, I always make sure to tune in. And I was very lucky that the last show he did a full Inhumans piece, and I didn't have anything fully Inhumans from Fred. I was super happy that I was able to add it to my collection. And it's like the royal family and Medusa's wrapping up Black Bolt's mouth, and she's hanging him up there. Classic comeback.
Indeed. Look at Alberto. He's got a Di Meo upgrade.
Yeah, Alberto's really pushing it now.
He's hoping he got a Hembeck mystery sketch too. I'll be honest, I don't know who got the Hembeck mystery sketches. I don't look too closely. I randomize it and I make the lists up and I send them out. So I don't. Yeah, with Fred's, I know I don't have any idea who got him. But hey, by this time next week, two people will.
We will know.
Yes, we will.
Yes.
All right, so that was that one. Now, next up, another John Romita Jr. and Scott Hanna. Both we've had pieces from both.
So we had one Romita pencil, pure pencil. Then we had a Scott Hanna inks, but it was over Bagley. Here is John Romita Jr. pencil, inked by Scott Hanna. Guys, I have this on my website for $3,000. I brought it down to $2,000. You couldn't get John to do the full pencils and Scott to ink it for less than that. This is, I think, one of the also just a deal of the show. I love this piece. It's super strong. I love that he's got a couple arrows, sticking in him. It looks like he's in a little bit of pain, and the claws look to be perfectly straight, probably going directly into the concrete. And I just think this is a really, really strong piece. And for $2,000, you won't find another full figure, John Romita Jr. fully inked Scott Hanna piece.
Yeah. Hannah does a great job inking over Romita.
I think Hannah has the knack for inking over Romita now. I think he knows exactly where he wants him to, go heavier, leave things light. Even like, just down here going super heavy on the boots to really make these like white buckles pop. Also right here, to have that right next to each other. It just gives your eye something to see there. I think, Scott's just, like you said, he's one of the best or one of the most historically inked, inkers in the history of comics, and he's done a lot with JR.
Yes, he has. Yeah, Hannah and Williamson are my favorites on John Romita Jr.
Williamson's another phenomenal inker. Yep.
All right, that was lot 24. We take a look at lot 25. I know we have two pieces to show off.
Yeah. So this is a twofer, and this is really cool because these have never been available for sale together. I have this one on my website right now for $12.50. Guys, this is really cool. This is a two-piece. This is the complete character design for young Thanos when Simone did his Thanos run. This one is mixed media, pencils, colored pencils, a little paint palette up at the top, and some ink washes. This one is penciled, colored pencils, and tonal washes. So this is the original character design, start to finish, of how young Thanos came to life by Simone. Both of them are 11 by 17. I love his handwritten notes on here. I will use chin and front head wrinkles to enhance facial expressions. I think I like him bold. He looks creepier, same design as the back of the suit. And then I like here is, Simone even goes, it's young Thanos design, age 7 to 10. You know what I mean? And then these are all the different perspectives, different points. I mean, this is something really cool. Where am I? What a killer being. I love the character designs. Yeah, his character designs are really cool. Time payments available. EC, if you could do half up front, half in 30 days, I could do that. Yeah, Moy, it's funny you said that. This piece right here, a lot of people think this one would have been the harder one to get out of a collector's hands. This one was, and he actually said because it gave him a Da Vinci vibe. And I feel like this piece right here does look like that. It does have that type of feel. And I love Simone. I'm not going to compare him to Da Vinci, but I'd say it has a feel. It has the same feel there.
Yeah, just in the tonal.
Exactly. Just the
everything on it.
Layout, the tonal quality, and like the way the faces are facing each other on one, just a different. I just think it's a really cool, and I like that he's got the pen in his one hand and the up there. I just think it's a very cool duo piece.
Yeah, just show that one piece. Just one more. Right there we go. The first piece from lot 25.
Vitruvian Thanos. Just a bunch of arms.
All right. What do we got for lot 26? Another Simone.
Yes, we had some Bianchi. We have to have some Di Meo. Guys, this is the cheapest Di Meo cover you will ever see in the history of your life. This is for the show today only. I talked to Simone. He loved my dog Darby. He got to spend some time with him, so I'm very thankful for that. And when I told him that I was going to be doing this, he said, put a couple of my covers in there and let's try to make some sales. So this is Brave and the Bold number 14. It's technically A3, just slightly different than 11 by 17, and it's $27.50. You're not going to see Di Meo covers for under $3,000 anywhere. This is a really cool piece. You get Booster Gold, front and center, Batman, and then the Jurassic League. That's the story of this, but you get Simone's signature bat right above Booster Gold, and then just an insane amount of bats in the upper left corner. And the way he uses all the blacks there, but then leaves the negative space and then highlights it with white to give you, different effects of the bats up there. There's even some Copic markers up in there when you really get to take a look at it. It's just it's a stunning piece of art, and it's a Simone Di Meo published Brave and the Bold cover, one of the 20 he did, for $27.50.
That's a good
Alberto,
price.
no, they are not. Di Meo is from Turin, and Bianchi is from Lucca, like Tuscany. Gabriele's from Rome. Del Auto, maybe you should see if you can see him.
What is Alberto going to be doing in Italy in 3 weeks? I wonder.
Who knows, man? Okay, this piece is really cool. Same thing as the Wrecker, but Luke Cage. Much more highly collectible character. This is going to be your full trading card rainbow again. So you're going to have the full painting here, 9x12 of Luke Cage, Sweet Christmas, running away from the explosion. And then you're also going to get the thumbnail sketch right here. Then you get the redemption card, which got you this, which is the fully rendered prelim that Simone did. So again, start to finish. And then this one, I forgot to say, if you want the Wrecker trading cards, I can get them for you. But the really cool part about this one, for $27.50, you are getting this published trading card, and you are also getting this published trading card. So Simone also did a preliminary insert set for this Marvel Masterpiece 2018. Luke Cage was one of the chosen prelims to be included in that set. So it's 2 published trading cards for $27.50. And then you also get the 3 cards that go with it. You get the base Luke Cage, regular one. You get it's called the What If, where they put the comic covers on there. And then you get the preliminary Luke Cage trading card itself. So really cool set there. And this is actually really dope because a lot of people throw this card out, but this is actually a card from the set. It's on the checklist. So you also get a redemption card, which goes with that. It is a full rainbow collection.
Indeed. Very cool. Yeah, I was going to say, MODOK Mike was throwing an offer on the Bradshaw Thor lot.
Yeah.
I can pull that one back up so everybody can be reminded about that set of pieces.
And I had it at $12.50.
Yep.
You know what, MODOK Mike? Let's get the ball rolling. Let's make some sales here for the pups. I'll take it. We'll start there. You and Alberto, thank you so much for supporting. I appreciate that.
All right. So congrats to MODOK Mike. They came with these 2 prelims.
And you get the 2 prelims, Mike. So congrats. EC, how many lots are we doing? 30 total. And we're on
we just finished 27.
Yeah, so we've got 3 more left because there is 1 bonus one. It's 31, and then we can do a quick recap, and that'll be it. Great claim, Mike. I agree. Brian is going to take a more claim. Sean, thank you.
Congrats to Brian on that one. Brian got one of the Di Meos upgraded.
He sure did it. I knew because he messaged me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because he wanted to get a different character.
Correct.
Which makes sense. When it's no longer a mystery and you know which artist you're getting, I would never keep any collector stuck with whatever they originally picked.
And I personally like that you're allowing somebody when they get the upgrade to change, because when you get a different artist that that can change what direction you want to go. So I like that.
Oh heck yeah! If I got a Di Meo, I'd probably ask him for that, like that Scarlet Witch. I thought that was fantastic. I know he'd do a great job on that.
What is that one?
All right, we got a couple other offers here. I see
Okay.
Marcus was offering 750 on lot 13. So let me go ahead and pull lot 13 back up here.
That was the koi pellet. Great
That was
page. And I had it. I thought, Marcus, if you can do 850 for me, I'll sell it to you for 850. And then I know Bill was just saying about the Scarlet Witch. So for you you're hearing about the upgrades from Di Meo. This is one of his sketch cards that he did at OAX. Really beautiful. I love the negative space, super cool. But I love that, you know, we're doing some cool upgrade sketches and we're getting more sketch cards into the mystery sketches. It's cool to have its own tier. Counter at 800. You know what, Marcus? I don't think you've ever bought a single thing from me, and you just constantly are making me laugh. So I will sell it to you for $800.
all right.
You
Well, congrats, Marcus.
but the dogs win too. So that's
Yes.
what's most important for me.
Yeah, Marcus, he's very particular in his.
Yeah, I know he's selective. So we're like almost doing a lot here. We're getting my first sale to break the ice to Marcus, which is impressive on its own. And then we're also saving some dogs. So I'm trying there. Offer 1,000 on 19. And I know
I was actually going to do the 23 one first, right? Or was that right?
Yeah, you know, you're doing better than I am. Yes.
So 23 had the Simmons and the Hembeck, and EC's offering 1,800 on that one.
Yep, I'll take that for EC. Done some business with EC before. Shout out EC. Thank you. And you get the two spectrums. You get the Dark Scarlet Witch from Simmons, and you get the really cool piece from Hembeck as well.
Perfect. Congrats to EC on that one. And then I know there was another one. The Sean Murphy here. He was offering 1,000 on lot 19, but that one went to Modoc Mike, actually. I missed the number on that one. So that one was actually already taken, Sean. But there's still plenty to look at. We got a couple more here. And then wait, Elu is now making a combo offer on.
Okay. Let's do some quick math here.
The Bagley and the Gist piece. So 7 and 10. We remind everybody what those were. That was the Wolverine that was at 700, and the Bagley Hannah piece that was at 1,000. So you were originally at 1,700, and Elu Daku is offering you 1,450
for the dogs. We'll do it. And Elu has been a great supporter of mine, so I appreciate that, man. And yeah, let's do it.
All right, fantastic. Congratulations. And was that the last one? That was the last one. Okay. Yep. All right, now I think we were on lot 28 was the next one. Is that right? Yes.
I'm just trying to make sure I spell Elu Daku right. Yeah, guys, this piece is incredible.
I'm highlighting Sean's offer. We'll get to that after this one. So you're at 2,750 for this Shazam.
Yeah, guys, you're not going to find a published Di Meo cover for, like I said, below $3,000. His commission rates for A3 is 3,500. I love this cover, and there's something really cool about this cover that when I actually spoke to Simone, he wanted me to notate. This is his first cover that he ever used traditional colored pencils on. So that's not like, you know, digitally done at the end or whatever. These are actual all colored pencils. The reason why I personally also love this cover is this looks like what Billy Batson would look like after a long night of gaming with the boys. You got the PlayStation controller, you got the chips, and he fell asleep a little too early, and some of his friends had a good time with him. So this is really, really beautiful cover.
Oh, it does say Bianchi on it. Yeah, it should say.
It should be Di Meo. I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah, that's on us. But we know who it was. It doesn't look anything like Bianchi.
No. Yes.
Thank you, Paul, for pointing that out. That's one demerit on Emma's one star removed from her.
It could have been on my end too. I was typing fast and doing it all, but yeah, 2,750 for a published Di Meo cover, and this one's got all the classics for him. It's got the sponging technique, the heavy inks, and it's his first time using colored pencil on a cover.
So we had that offer from Sean on lot 18,
which was the McCone.
Yeah, that was the McCone Cyclops. You were at 1,250 on it, and Sean was offering 1,000.
for not Sean Gordon Murphy, but Sean Murphy, yes, I will take it. He messaged me once and I said, is this Sean Murphy? And he goes, like Sean Gordon Murphy? He was like, no, I'm not that famous, but you're famous to me, Sean.
Congrats, Sean. All right, 1,000.
Anyway, you're right. Well, I mean, yes, you're right, but
yeah, on the Shazam. That's what we're talking about. Not the Cyclops one, the Shazam.
yep.
Oh,
And then the last two pieces here, guys. I've got two really cool pieces that I wanted to bring up. This is a Chris Bachalo, Amazing Spider-Man, number 576 title page. Really like brutal, beat up, battle Spider-Man hanging upside down, bloody all over the place, or blood all over the place. To be very honest, I bought this and I won it at auction. I'm selling it at cheaper than I paid for it at auction. I think I paid like $3,200. I'm selling it for $2,750 at a loss. Because I've said earlier, this was going to be for my personal collection, and I've decided to really narrow down and just focus in on Scarlet Witch, Death Dealer, Namor, Black Bolt, and that's it. Then Vampire Hunter D is like my fun stuff. I was going to get into title pages is where I'm going with this. And I cannot get into title pages. I can't keep collecting them. This is beautiful. I love it. It's an ASM main run, page 1. Really cool by Bachalo, super dope. Kind of my loss is your gain type of a deal, but just I'm not going to get into title pages. I thought at one point I may, and I know we got Spidey hits in the chat. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, really cool. Really cool Spider-Man, but something I just wanted, to offer here.
All right, so 2,750 on lot 29, and now we have another twofer here on lot 30.
Yep. So this is another really, really cool piece by Di Meo, it should say. Yes. Okay. Beautiful. Simone Di Meo. I know we have a couple Green Lantern fans out there. Batman Brave and the Bold number 15. So you get Batman, you get Green Lantern, and you get a classic gray, one of the aliens. And it's number 15 published cover of Brave and the Bold. And you also get a 9x12 watercolor fully painted Mike McCone. So the asking price for this cover, which it's not on my website or anything, Simone was actually considering keeping this cover, decided not to now. He ended up keeping a Batman and Robin cover, but really love this cover. Super great composition. The normal asking price on this cover is going to be $5,000. So we took $1,000 off, and then I also added in the McCone.
Beautiful.
Yep. Cool, Paul. Agree. Guy Gardner going to have the new Soups movie. Yep. Is Guy Gardner really GL though? I mean, how many different Green Lanterns are there?
I don't even think Danny can answer that question.
Oh, I'm sure he can. He's my GL. I would say I loved Jon Stewart because I love Justice League the animated series. That's what I watched growing up, and I thought Jon Stewart was he was the man. I loved him. There's like 16 Earth Lanterns right now. See, there you go. You can't name all of them. And then, guys, the last piece here, the piece de resistance, is a oversized 16x20, fully painted Simone Bianchi Batman in the Batcave. You see on the back here, it is a published DC lithograph. I got this on my website for $6,500. I brought it down to $4,500. Guys, you will not get this commission level for $4,500. His commission rates for a single figure, no background, is $4,000. This is a published lithograph. It comes with they did 100 of them. It was for Luca Comics and Games exclusive. This piece is incredible. The scan really doesn't even do it justice, but the two helmets in the back, the one helmet in the back, and then like the skull, the position he's in, the angle, and I love all of the screens. Gave me like a Dark Knight vibe. I just think this piece is stunning. The tonal work from Bianchi is incredible. I love like the tubes on the floor. I just think this piece is absolutely incredible.
I'm with you. I was surprised to see it in the set and priced where it was, but yeah, gorgeous. All right.
Well, for any of you that need to know or are like collectors. This is 40 number. The print is number 48 out of 100. So they made 100 prints of this. It's an official DC lithograph, and that comes with it with the painting.
So I wanted to remind everybody about that giveaway we're doing too. If you put #rescue into the chat, hit enter, you will be entered into the giveaway for a Chris Evans signed Avengers graded comic.
Here it is.
Right there. We have 130 people watching, and 70 people have entered the giveaway. We're better than 50% now.
Zayu, who on 21.
Let's see.
Was the
21 was that was the
yeah, I can't go that low on that, especially with payments. I could do 1,500 and I could do 750 up front and 750 in 30 days, if that helps you. So my counterback would be 1,500, and you can do 750 up front and 750 in 30 days. Hey, Matt, would you consider 1,200 for David for the Wolverine and the Lashley? What did I have?
The Wolverine was 1,000, I think, and the Lashley, let me see.
I think I had it 400.
Yeah, the Lashley was at 400, and
yeah, David, that's a very solid offer. Thank you for the support. It's it's going to a really good cause, so I will accept that offer.
Thank you, David.
H.
Congrats on picking up 2 really nice artworks there.
Yeah, I mean, adding the Fabrizio De Tomaso alone is, I think, once you get it in person, it'll be something that you're going to be taking a look at and looking for a little bit more. His stuff is just incredible.
For the dogs. Hey, West Coast Dave Avengers is in the chat. All right.
West Coast Avengers, my God. My man, for the dogs. Exactly.
I know he's not talking about me. He's talking about you right there.
No, I think he was talking about himself. Dave came in. It's the best looking man in comic art, and he was talking about himself.
Hey, that's the way that when he walks into a room.
That's how he announces himself. Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Let's see here, Daniel Goodwin. I was talking about all 3 of us. There you go.
That's the right way to say.
Spidey title page for 2,500, 500 down. 2K. That
was which lot was that? Right there, lot 29.
Daniel, could we do how about this? Could we do 1,000 at the end of the month and then 1,500 in 30 days? Just so the 500 down and then the other payments, because I want to be I'll put the money in myself to do it, but it's just easier to not break it up. So my counter offer to you would be 1,000 by the last week of any time in May, and then 1,500 anytime in June.
All right. Well, we'll
and it's really a cool page. Like I said, I love it. It's really great. But I had this grandiose idea of trying to get 7 or 8 title pages, and just couldn't make it work.
And he has said sold. So thank you, Daniel. Another great purchase by Daniel here on the
thank you, Daniel.
Plus channel.
Really appreciate that, man. So we'll do 2,500 on that one, and that is to Daniel. And then I think I saw another
confirmation. $1,500 with the 750 down and 750 in 30 days to Zayu.
And that was for 21.
Correct.
Which was the Psylocke.
Psylocke, yep.
1,500 and to Zayu. That is everybody is getting some great deals, guys. These are some, Simone was going to be like, until I tell him I'm getting, that's from my collection, the Psylocke. It was something we were trying. So I said, hey, I'll take it if it doesn't, work out well. But it's going to, a great collector here on the Comic Art Fans channel. And we're also helping save some dogs, almost 30 of them. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, that's great. We could want to recap them real quick, or do you think?
I'm okay with that.
I've got a bunch of scribbly notes here, so I might show something that's already gone. But a reminder, everybody, as soon as we're right at the end of the show, we're going to do the giveaway, so don't leave.
Yep.
We recap stuff here. So we had lot 1 still available, like Corey Walker. We have let's see, 2 went and 3. So we have lot 4 next. That was the 2 from McCone, a Gambit, and a Jubilee.
All right, I'll do $400 for both of them. So 200 a piece for a fully painted and then a black and white. So we'll do 400 for the X-Men duo if anybody would like that.
All righty. 400 for the pair. Let's see. Alberto got lot 5. Lot 6 is up here, and I know you already lowered that one to $500.
Yeah, I'll stick at 500 on that. That's a really great deal. I mean, for a single figure from Bob, you're getting there. So I like the piece a lot too.
I do as well. So what's that?
We just got a claim from Dim Halo.
Oh, sorry. I can't watch that. Claim 4. All right.
So he claimed it for 400. Dim Halo, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, man. The dogs are going to appreciate it. We're going to do
and a reminder, because I don't think we've even shown it yet, but everybody who claims anything today, you're going to be emailing DiTullioArtCollective@gmail.com when the show is over, and Matt will set up payment information, collect your mailing address, and get everything squared away, and so he can get his donation to the shelter.
Josh Flanders is claiming 6 for the dogs. My dog, Josh, for the dogs. Appreciate it. Really, really do. I know you do some amazing stuff with charity as well, and feels good, man. I'm really happy to be able to generate some funding for a local local dog shelter that's really helping people that friends of mine have gotten dogs from there that, for a couple $100, it's changed their lives, that, the dog didn't have a chance really. And they got into their forever home. So it's something super powerful. So thank you, Josh. I appreciate that. Alberto, you don't need to email me, bro. It's okay. So Bill, I think the next one would be the Miko, correct?
Yeah, lot 8. Yeah. There we go.
700 for the Miko, fully 11 by 17. I'll stay there on that one because it's already discounted. You'll see, I'm sure, tonight on Next Comic Art some great stuff from Miko. So I'll stay there on that one. I'll go to 750 on the Romita Pure Pencil.
All right.
Anybody's interested for 750, 11 by 17.
Yep. 10 was sold. So the Crain is our next one.
Gotta stay. I mean, you can't, I don't know. I'm still, the $500 for 5 minutes thing is where I gotta stay. So I'm gonna stay right at that, and you don't have to worry about getting it graded or any of that stuff. So I'll stay at 1,000 because Clayton's work is just harder to come by. Okay, John Tyler Christer. I'm surprised this one didn't go. You got Scarlet Witch, Luke Cage, Doom. Let's go down to $800. I'll knock another 20%. A published cover for $800.
All right, then 13 did go to Marcus. So what do we got? And 14 was sold as well.
I do have a lead on that. We will be talking. I should hopefully hear by Sunday.
All right, and 15 is the next one on your list too, right?
Yes, it is.
All right.
The Predator in the Jungle, and I saw Tina's comment earlier, and I wanted to shout out to that because the mist of that piece, like down by his hand, and then I think Esad doing like any type of jungle. I got to see a lot of his Louis Vuitton travel paintings. I love when he does backgrounds like this. I'll stay at $1,200. His rate is $1,750 for one of these, and this one's very good and detailed, so I'll stay there for that.
All right, and lot 16 next.
Let's go for 16 and 17 for the Mike Mayhew and the Paulo and Joe Rivera published covers. $1,000. 2 published covers, one by Mike Mayhew, Invincible Iron Man, $1,000, and then the Paulo and Joe Rivera Black Panther 11 cover. We'll do $1,000 for that one as well.
Well, yeah, you're not going to see prices that low on those covers again. 18 went to Sean, 19 went to Modoc Mike. So we got lot 20 next on my list. That was the Ben Oliver.
Yeah, and I will also stay here. It's too hard. His stuff's too hard to come by. You don't see it. I'd go down to 1,400 if that helps someone. But other than that, I'll keep it there.
Got it. All right. So 21 went to Zayu. So we got 22 next. That was the Wrecker.
Now the Wrecker Rainbow here, I'll do $1,500. Guys, you're not going to get a Bianchi published trading card, all original rainbow art, from thumbnail to preliminary redemption to fully painted, for 50. I'll go $1,500. It's just, that's a crazy deal.
Well, 17 went to Paul. Congrats, Paul.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Give your dog a nice little pat on the head for me. Nice little smooch.
That was the Rivera, right?
Correct.
Yeah. All right. So 1,500 on lot 22.
Yep. I'll go down to 15 on that one.
Okay. 23 went to EC. So we got 24 next. That was the Romita Jr. and Scott Hanna.
Paul, congratulations, man. Thank you. I'll stay at this. I like this piece too much to lower it any more than that. My dog Milo made me do it. I love it.
All right. Then we have these two pieces. They were $2,000, lot 25 by Simone Bianchi.
I'm gonna stay here for these two. These were debuted on the show here together for the first time. To be honest, I'm probably gonna put the price up if they make it through the next 45 seconds or whatever you get there, because these are really cool.
All right. Then we have the other Simone Di Meo cover, the Batman Brave and the Bold, number 14.
We'll do 2,500 for a published Di Meo cover.
You'll not hear that figure again.
I mean, it's guys, it's $4,000 on my site, and like we're doing it for today only. If you're looking for a Di Meo piece or something, these pieces that you see here today, these are going to be bottom dollar prices. And I do want to say, like, shout out to Simone, because he was willing to knock some money off of it and help donate as well. So I really appreciate him for doing that and even be able to offer these at this price. I will go down to 2,500 on this one. Really cool. Luke Cage, same thing. You get the redemption card, you get the COA. Just really beautiful stuff here. You get the thumbnail, you get the published preliminary art trading card, you get the art, you get the published painting, you get the thumbnail, you get the card, and you get the upper deck redemption. Claim the JR Spuddy and the Bianchi records. Stingray, thank you so much, man. Newell, shout out, man. I really appreciate that.
So let's see, that was 15 on the record. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a
the record piece is just, I mean, it's an incredible deal. So great eye there, Stingray.
And then the John Romita Jr. I forget which lot number that was.
That was 9.
Lot 9. Got it. Thank you, Newell.
Yep. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that a lot. And then, yeah, just to go back here real quick with the Bianchi, I think it's super cool that you get 2 published trading cards. So you get the preliminary Luke Cage, and then you get the full painted Luke Cage. So it's kind of cool because there was only, I think, 90 cards out of the 135 paintings he did that were in the preliminary set. So even to have one of those, really, really cool.
All right. Then we have Shazam.
Yeah, this one's funny. I'll go down to 2,500 on this as well. That's where Simone told me we could hit the bottom pricing on it. So 2,500 for the Shazam cover, and it's by Di Meo. I know the slides are on. Yep. That's on me. So
29 was picked up by Mr. Goodwin. So we have the pair of pieces for lot 30. That was the Brave and the Bold cover from issue 15 with Green Lantern, and also the McCone
Correct.
Green Lantern.
I will go down for a main Brave and the Bold cover plus the McCone fully paid to 3,500. So you get Batman, Green Lantern, Alien, spaceship, crazy field in the back with all the drawing or the grass that Simone loves to draw, and then you get the Mike McCone with it, and that'll be the lowest price you'll see it for the cover, let alone without getting another piece of art as well.
Oh, I totally agree. And then we only have one last piece to look at, and that was the Batman lithograph artwork by Simone Bianchi.
Yep, and I'll stay there. I can't go any lower on that. The piece is just, it's too much quality. And to be honest with you, the reason why I love it is because I'm a big samurai guy, and the mask in the back, if you go to my website, the mask in the back of that is based off the DiTullio Art Collective mask. So it was kind of like a nod to me, which I really loved. So if this one doesn't sell, I'm okay with keeping it.
And Simone will be happy that you kept it. You didn't drop it any lower than that anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It's huge.
It's, I mean, if you can, it's a large art. What does Berkey say? I like art, large, or Anthony, I like large art and I cannot lie.
Yeah. How many hands is that?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Oh man. All right. So 4,500 on that one. We can do the giveaway now.
Let's
We have
do the giveaway.
130 people watching right now. 84 have entered the giveaway. So we're still over the 50% mark. I guess that's somewhere around it's not 70. So but it's not 60 either. So, we'll give you a couple more seconds here. You type hashtag rescue, hit enter into the chat for your chance to win a Chris Evans signed Avengers book, 9.8, pristine condition. Like you said, Chris Evans' signature alone is probably worth $400.
I don't know if it's worth that, but that's what they're charging.
Okay. When you have to wait in line for that Chris Evans,
Yeah.
yeah, it definitely is. All right, we got a few more people putting their
And as
hashtag
people
rescue.
are logging in for this and doing hashtag rescue in the chat, I do just want to say, please, everybody, do not forget to purchase from me, to email me at DiTullioArtCollective@gmail.com. And especially if you win this, please send me an email, say, hey, just title it Evans giveaway or giveaway, whatever. But please make sure you reach out to me, especially for this one, because I want to make sure that, whoever gets it is here in the chat and I get your proper address to ship everything right to you.
Newell was talking about how Chris smells, and he says the price isn't about the signature, it's about getting to look into his eyes.
Right into his eyes.
All right.
And it is. You're right. It's somebody just said go 11882. It's Human Torch and Cap in one. And one of the most overlooked lines was from the Fantastic Four is I love when Silver Surfer goes by and they look at Johnny to go chase him, and Chris Evans goes, "Oh, but this is Dolce." And then he goes, "Flame on," and he torches the suit and takes off. So yeah, you get a little both of them.
Well, all right. Well, we got 93 people in the giveaway now. I think that's fair. Now we're up to like 3/4. So I think that's a good spot for us.
Now, Bill, are we doing one draw and that's it? Or are we doing a warm up and then we hit?
Oh no, we're doing one draw and whoever gets it gets it. Is that good? You're okay with that?
I'm okay with that. I just like to know the rules first. I don't know the house rules.
All right. Well, that's what I'm going with right here. So, all right,
it.
here we go.
Drum roll. Who could it be?
Randall Roar.
Randall Roar.
That's a new name in the chat. Well, congrats, Randall.
I'm not familiar with you. I'm super happy it went to somebody new in the chat. I love it, man. I'm gonna write your name down here, and please make sure that you reach out. Randall's in the chat. Let's go. Huge.
Absolutely. And a reminder on the email address. So Randall will be emailing this address. Everybody who claimed artworks today, you're going to be emailing DiTullioArtCollective@gmail.com.
Yes.
Be sure to include your mailing address when you do it. And, what forms of payment do you take? Do you want them to let you know when?
PayPal, PayPal, Zelle, check, wire. And everything on here is net to me. So if you want to do PayPal friends and family, that's fine. If you want to do goods and service, I'll send you an invoice. I just add on the 4%. And please don't bother me about the 4% because I'm shipping everything for free. Nobody gets charged for shipping through me when I do shows on the CAF Plus YouTube channel. So everything is going to be shipped. Even if you're international, I'll ship it to you for free.
Perfect. Well, this was a fun show as always. We do these semi-frequently here, but this one was had a good cause, and we sincerely appreciate everybody's support of the show today. It means a lot.
Really, guys, I can't stress it enough. I'm trying to tell you, I'm pretty sure. Let me just do some quick math here. Yeah, so guys, right off the bat, I just want to really for a second. I normally am pretty easygoing and, fun and joke. We did over $10,000 on the sale today. We're going to take $2,000 of that and we're going to give it right to a local rescue here to help about 30 dogs. I can't thank this community enough. Super, super thankful to be a part of it. Bill, thank you for having me on the channel. And I literally couldn't have done this without you guys. So I really, really appreciate it. Not only the people that that bought from me today, anybody that entered the giveaway, went to the website, just hung out on the channel. I really, really appreciate it. So thank you.
Oh, Alberto, you're the best, man. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, I'm really just can't thank you enough. It just means the world, guys. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, again, it was a pleasure doing this with you, Matt, and we appreciate everybody who tuned in and supported the show today, made a direct donation to the charity, to the you know, for the dogs. Right?
Yeah,
It's about the
and
pooches.
not a self-righteous plug by any means, but if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's DiTullio Art Collective. I will be tagging comic art fans because you guys help, but I am going to do a little video of when I go and do the donations, some of the dogs that we're directly helping. So anybody that purchased a piece of art, if you want to see that process, I'll make sure that we, you know, do it on the Comic Art Fans channel as well. But your purchases, you not only added something to your collection, but you did something really cool today, and I really appreciate it.
Agreed. All right, everybody. Well, you have a enjoy the rest of the show. You know, the halls are open at Comic Art Live until 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. We've got plenty of panels tomorrow. We have another panel tonight at 9 with the next Comic Art.
You don't want to miss next Comic Art.
No, you know, Maureen and Emma are going through the list right now. I have a feeling they're going to come in and tell me that they want to pick up a few of the pieces, but we'll see. I know with that show, there's a few auction lots as well as plenty of buy it nows at really good prices. So that's 9 o'clock tonight.
Very
so I hope
cool.
to see everybody there. All right.
All right.
Enjoy the rest of a few hours off. Take care, everybody.